question is, do you think a veteran's experience in service can translate to working in environmental issues? And I would just say that the Nature Conservancy has spent a lot of time on this. We actually have created a military skills translator that will actually take your military MOS and translate it into either a kind of a section of what you can do at the Nature Conservancy, or at least be able to provide some resources of where you can actually fit in. And so they can find that at nature.org/military. Really great resources there for anyone that is interested in whether it's transitioning from the military and starting a career in the environment and wanting to learn about the Nature Conservancy. There's tons of resources there. The other thing I would just say is that there is nothing as a 97 Bravo counterintelligence agent that said I was going to be working in grassland issues for the Nature Conservancy. That does not translate. And so I think we're in a lot of cases, we're trying to put square peg in a round hole. And what you got to have to think about are the outside of the box things. Very, attention to detail, really, critical thinking, all of those things that translate into something that could actually fit into a role, whether it's with the Nature Conservancy or other environmental organizations. The skills that we learn in the military are so transferable, even though it might not be a one-to-one.
Well, I would agree with the last part of Nancy's answer. Just a lot of the skills. I don't think any of my combat skills are transferable. Absolutely not. But I think the other thing about being part of something large, being part of something that's a mission, the whole attitude is most definitely transferable to do any kind of work, which is why corporations like people with military experience.
Yeah, our jobs in the military were destructive in nature, but the commitment we had to them, the values that were instilled in us to do the right thing and put the mission first and never leave a fallen comrade. When we join in this work, we're doing that. We have a mission. It's meaningful work. When you're working together, you're building camaraderie that you're missing in your life, because we're pretty good at isolating ourselves from the general population. But when you do this work, you are out of isolation, and it's just super good for you.
While all military missions aren't like this, when I went to Afghanistan, I took an agribusiness development team over there, which was a whole group of 50 or so National Guardsmen who had skills outside the military. So people bring skills to their military position from what they've gotten before in life and what they learned during military life. And applying all those skills, the things that we just talked about with the discipline and the organization and all those things that the military teaches you, with the other skills you bring to it. So for instance, me growing up ranching and that sort of thing, that's why I went on that ADT, because I had a background in farming and ranching. So that's what we need to talk to people about, is how do you apply all those skills you have to the environmental issues? Not, are my skills applicable? They are, but you have to figure out how they're applicable and what you can apply them to.